Hi everyone, Ashlyn Giza YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about the life topic, money. The reason why I'm choosing to talk about money today is because one of my cousins actually made a post the other day about how he wished that he could be filthy rich, like something along the lines. I'm not going to quote his exact words because I don't remember, but they were something about how he wished that he could be rich. It got me thinking about money and just how it literally is the root of all evil. So this is my opinion on money, and I'm making this video just for more therapeutic reasons, if anything, just to get some things off my chest and stuff. But it is a life topic to be talked about because it does and it can change people. So my experience with money is that I like to have enough money just to be able to pay my bills and put gas in my car and maybe do a few little extra things, the birthday gifts, Christmas gifts, going to a museum or a zoo or something like that on the weekend, and that's it. I'm not one of those people that need a whole bunch of money to all the time get my hair done. I actually got it done a month ago. The color is still bright and everything, but I didn't style it today because I have been having kind of a crazy morning, so I just got up and took care of my little infant son that we have and fed my older son. He's about 8 years old, and I haven't got dressed or anything yet, and I just thought I'd make the video before I continue my day. But so yeah, I don't need to get my hair done all the time, though. I don't need to wear the most name brand in style clothes that's out there. I don't need all that. I'm a simplest. I don't need a whole bunch of things to make me happy. It is nice, and it can make a person happy to have some extra money. Yes, I'm not saying that it can't. But I'm just one of those people that have never really felt an urge or wished ever to be rich. Because to me, the things in life, and I mean this when I say this, so, if I pass away, if cancer comes back to me again, or if I pass away, I hope that my friends and family are watching this and they take my words with them. The most priceless things that you can't pay for with money are friends, family, experiences, life memories to make, like going to a park and grilling, having a picnic, a family picnic, going to, I can't think of things like off the top of my head, just laughing and talking and making memories at home while you're watching a movie, let's say a scary movie, or like a family movie like Space Jam, or I don't know, Evan Almighty or something like that. And no, I don't own any copyrights to neither one of those movies. I always have to say that, don't want to get sued, but yes. So like there's memories like that to make, and even just talking with a friend or a family member in itself is making a memory that money can't buy. And that's what I'm into. Like, I'm into that kind of a thing. I'm not into, oh, I have to have $1,000 and something so I can get in my car and travel so many miles away to go to an amusement park or any of that. That's just not who I am. And I don't take offense or judge anybody else for what they do with their money. If that's the things they like to do, getting their hair done, wearing the latest trending clothes, name brand clothes, and taking all these trips and everything around the world, okay, that's good for you. That's what you like to do. I'm not one of those people. we all need money to live and to survive. That I understand. We do need to have a little extra money for emergencies. Like right now, we are having an emergency with our cars. For some reason, my car and my husband's car at the same time decided to take a fall. So we had to group up as much money as we could, and we're getting a little help, and we're getting our cars fixed. But here's the thing with money, and this is what I wanted to clear up yesterday about my video about co-parenting, when I said that I don't agree with women taking child support from their husbands and stuff like that. This is what I meant by that. It's not that you are co-parenting with somebody and they won't help you because they're that narcissist type person that refuses and doesn't want to give you money, so you have to go to take them to court, and you have to get them the child support from them through the court system. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the women or men that get the child support, and they don't use that child support for their child. They use it to buy cigarettes, use it to buy alcohol. They use it and take advantage of it for themselves. They don't use it for the little kids. That's what I meant yesterday in my video. So it's okay to ask for help for some money if you need it, but it's not okay to take advantage of the money that you supposedly need to help the children, and use it for cigarettes and alcohol and other things that you actually do not need, and you're not using it on the right thing. So to clear that up in yesterday's video, that's what I meant when I said that I don't agree with women or men, especially women, getting child support from men and using it for that kind of stuff, for drugs and cigarettes and bad things, and not the kids. It's okay to reach out and get some help with money. So that's not what I meant yesterday. I wanted to clear that up. So, but anyways, speaking of help with money, okay, I want to talk about something that happened with me about 8 years ago, almost, around that time. So, 2013, my dad passed away of a massive heart attack. I talk about it in my other videos. Us children, ended up getting $40,000 inheritance. Okay. Each of us children also have different lives. Each of my sisters had husbands or, boyfriends that they were with for many, many years. During this time I had the money, I didn't have a boyfriend that would or husband that financially helped me. I was a CNA, making not really the greatest money, and paying for everything by myself, for my children and my apartment and everything by myself with the money I made as a CNA. And I was doing just fine. Needed a little help from my mom and family here and there, but I always paid back what I got help with. And then sometimes my mom or whoever it would be would say, don't worry about it. Okay. So then, when I got my dad's inheritance money, I have a lot of health issues, as I talk about in my other previous videos. My health issues are hypoglycemia. I was in the doctor getting bronchitis all the time. I was sick all the time with different lung things, pneumonia, bronchitis, sinus colds, everything like that. And I was feeling weak and tired and depressed, and I wasn't knowing what was wrong with me, because this is when I had cancer in my thyroid, but I didn't know that I had cancer in my thyroid. So my immune system was shit. It was not good. So I was in and out of the hospital all the time. When I got my inheritance money, I got taken off government assistance that I was on when I was single by myself, working as a single mom with 3 kids. I was on welfare. And when you get an inheritance of that amount of money, you have to report it, so that way you don't get in trouble, and that way you're not using the system, because I didn't need their assistance because I had money that I could pay my medical bills with. So what happens when you're an unhealthy person like me? You have to pay for your doctor visit. You have to pay for the copay and the prescription. If they prescribe you a medication, you have to go and pay for the prescription and all of that. And then you got your utility bills, your rent or your mortgage payment, or gas in your car insurance, anything that the kids may need. And when you're the only person who's working and you don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or husband or wife or anything like that to help you, you're going to be spending that money a lot more. So then, second, I had a lot of family members spreading rumors about me, saying that I bought a boyfriend of mine that I was seeing a motorcycle. That did not happen. Nobody bought anybody a motorcycle. I don't know who thought this idea up or who was spreading it around. That did not happen. Second, I bought the father of my child a van. I'll tell you why I did that. I bought him a van because he was a painter. Painters use ladders and sprayers and heavy equipment to paint exterior and interior jobs. I apologize. I had to get my little son. He was crying for a bottle. So, okay, anyways, painters need a van to carry their heavy equipment. At this point in my life, I was seeing this guy. I was still with the father of my child, my son. I was with him for 8 years. So in my mind, here's my innocent way of thinking. For people who don't know, not that it's anybody's business, but I gotta clear some air. For people who don't know, I thought that me and my ex were gonna go on being a couple, and that we were gonna get married because we were supposedly already engaged. And I'm thinking, okay, this is a good investment because since he doesn't have anything to drive and drive his equipment around and be able to do these exterior and interior houses, paint them and stuff, this would be good because now he has a vehicle that's big enough to carry around the equipment that he has and that he needs, and he can go do his jobs, and he can make more money for the family. Thinking me and his son that we had together and my other kids, he could make all of us more money as a family. So that's one thing I invested that was pretty dumb. I probably should have never did that, but I did do that because that was my innocent way of thinking that this man was going to help me and my children. We unfortunately ended up, we fortunately is what I meant to say, ended up breaking up, which was obviously a better and good move on my part, because there was some abuse there and stuff like that. But that was my way of thinking on getting him that van. Another mistake that I made with my money was a couple of my friends had this apartment together somewhere in town in Iowa. I'm not going to say the town, but it was a little bit further away from where I live. It was away from Cedar Rapids a little ways. And they had an apartment there that they were renting. And I had gotten a message one day that they needed help. And that if they didn't pay rent that month, that they were going to, probably get served with an eviction and be on the streets. Now, if anybody truly knows who I am, I have the hugest heart. I may not seem or come off like I have a big heart, but I do. And I thought, okay, I don't want any of my friends to be on the streets, because with my experience, things I've been through in my life before, I've know how it feels to be homeless, and I know how it feels to be broke and not have money and need help sometimes. So I helped my friends. And after that, they never called me back or talked to me on Facebook or anything like that again. They just blocked me. I don't know if they didn't have the money to pay me back, so they blocked me. But I'd rather have had somebody just tell me they couldn't pay me the money than cut me off as a friend. But that's what happened. And then the rest of the money, I bought a mobile home. I bought a vehicle to take my kids to and back from school, like a reliable one. And that's where my money went. And not that it's anybody's business. Sorry, the little one again. But not that any of that is anybody's business, but that's what happened with my money. And in the first place, I don't really feel that it was ever anybody's business to talk about what I did with my money or what I do with my money now. It shouldn't be anybody's business. I usually get really defensive when the subject money comes up because of this, because I've had friends and family discussing my financial situations all the time. If they want to know what's going on with my financial situation, then they need to talk to me about it, not everybody else. If they want to know why I never have money, ask me. So, there's that. And that's why I'm not a really big fan of money. Another reason why I'm not a really big fan of money is because when I was little, sorry again. But yeah, so another reason why I'm not a really big fan of money is because when me and my brothers and sisters were kids, our dad would spend, okay, my dad would be a little abusive one night, and you know, he called my youngest brother, who is gay, some names sometimes. He fought with my mom and put her down, and he did the same with us kids. He liked to fight and put us down a lot, and he always wanted to make sure that his family was looking like we had our shit together. Which everybody wants their family to look good. So, I mean, I don't blame him on that part, but sometimes he took things a little too far to, I would like to say, an abusive side. And one thing that he would do to make up for the things that he would do was give my mom his credit card or give us some money, and then he would go buy us things too. So that was his way of apologizing. He would never say I was sorry to any of his kids or my mom. He had a very hard time apologizing about things, and that was his way of apologizing, was either giving us money or going to buy us things. So I have this issue with money, and I've never liked the subject. And now that I'm a grown adult, I've grown to not be very fond of money. Of course, like I said at the beginning of the video, we need money to live. So I'm okay with having enough money to live and to, you know, a little extra money to spare, but not, to be filthy rich. No, I don't want that. So, but I understand that we need it and stuff like that. And everybody needs a vacation here and there sometimes too. And I understand that life gets hard sometimes, and we all need help from somebody. And I don't see the problem with people getting help with money as long as they pay the person back. We actually owe my husband's parents some money because they've helped us, with some financial situations. But are we going to pay them back? Yes. So and I've never agreed either with the fact of I've had certain people do this in my life too. And no names. I'm not going to name who did this to us, because I'm not that type of person to do that. I might be passive aggressive with putting someone on blast without saying their name. But I'm not the type of person who's so low that I'll actually say somebody's name. But I've had people loan me money before and hang it over my head. So I don't quite often like asking for help with money. But, you know, sometimes life kicks us down and we need the help. When me and my husband's house got taken down by a natural disaster, the derecho here in Iowa, we had to ask for some help because there was just no way. I mean, we were in the middle of looking for home insurance, weren't finding any at that time, and then a derecho storm took down our house before we even got our home insured. So we lost everything. It was a total loss, and so we did need help. And sometimes people do need help. And I don't judge people for needing to ask money here and there. And when I was talking about child support yesterday, that's what I meant about it, is that I don't like when the women or men ask for help and then they use it for things that they don't need, the alcohol and cigarettes and stuff. I didn't mean like need the help as in for gas or shoes for the kids or whatever. I mean, if you need a little help, fine, but a lot of people take advantage of that kind of help, and everybody knows that's true. There's people that take advantage of that sometimes. So, my cousin really opened up a door in my mind when he made that post, because it got me thinking about certain situations and about, you know, how me and my husband have been talked about, you know, especially me, with my financial situation and how I spend my money and stuff like that. And it's so sad because it's nobody's business. It's nobody's business, and if someone does have an issue or, you know, has something that they want to talk to me about, all they have to do is call me up on the phone and talk to me about it. Don't be blabbing my mouth and my money situation to anybody else. So, you know, and money has always been a crazy topic too. People always want to know where somebody's working, you know, how much money they make, and all of that. And I mean, does that really matter? If somebody's a good friend to you and stuff like that, why should it even matter where people work? It shouldn't. It shouldn't matter. But this world, in my opinion, is so twisted on their priorities and morals and all of that, that we have things backwards. This is a backwards world. If you guys have ever heard of the band Pop Etc., okay, I own no copyrights to the band Pop Etc., but they're a really good band, indie band, and they have this song called Backwards World, and it has a really uppity beat, but if you really listen to the lyrics, not just listen but hear it, they have a really good point. But this world we live in is not the world that we used to live in when I was a little girl, let me tell you that. And people just love talking about people and especially their money, financial situations, and I don't care for it. So if people want to judge me by my money, how much money I make or how much money I don't make, and if I have a job and if I don't have a job and all that, I guess